Good morning, everyone. I'm Dr. Swapna, and today we are going to discuss about the first chapter, Introduction to HRM, and let us focus on the evolution of HRM. Please watch this video for better understanding of evolution of HRM. See the evolution of HRM. From Industrial Revolution era to the present era, the various stages to development of management of human resource practices classified as Industrial Revolution era, Trade Union Movement era, Social Responsibility era, Scientific Management era, Scientific, manage, Scientific Management era and the Social Responsibility era, Human Relations era, Behavioral Science era, System and the Contingency Approach era, and present era, that is human resource management era. So let us discuss about the first era, that is industrial revolution era. Industrial revolution that started during 1980s in Western Europe and USA. Initially, it was consisted with the development of machinery. Machinery was used in production processes and concept of factory with a large number of workforce was introduced. Industrial revolution brought number of changes like many workers working together in a centralized work location, mechanized production process was started and indirect contact maintained between the owners and the workers. The three systems of HRM was developed, that is recruitment of workers, training of workers, control of workers, etc. See the next, it's a trade union management era. After emergence of factory system, workers association was maintained. That is also known as a trade union. The basic objectives of these associations were to protect workers from some problems like child labor, long hour work, poor working conditions, etc. Later, unions started strikes, slowdowns, walkouts, boycotts, etc. for solving their issues like wages problem, employees benefits, etc. Later union forced to the employees for grievance handling system. It means to solve problems between the owners and workers. Then they forced for other employees benefits also like holidays, vacations time, job duties, job rights, etc. See the next era, it's a social responsibility era. In the first decade of 20th century, owners started adopting more humanistic and the paternalistic approach. Paternalistic approach based on the philosophy like labor is a child and owner is a father. paternalistic approach offered a number of concessions and facilities to the labor, like reduced number of work hours, workplace improvement with many facilities, and model of village to workers, model village to workers, etc. This paternalistic approach supported to the social welfare aspects of the labor management. Paternalistic approach was criticized by many ways because of labor union movements frequently work performance was interrupted, and results of this approach, workers were going out of their control. The next era, it's a scientific management era. In the beginning of the 20th century, F.W. Taylor introduced a scientific management. He introduced time and motion studies, which was increased worker productivity. The main principles of scientific management are replacing rule of thumb with science. It means the restricted rules were changed, harmony not conflict, cooperation not individualism. It means here focus should be on the group motto than the personal motto. And lastly, the development of each and every person. These are the principles of the scientific management. The next era was the human relation era. In 1924, industrial psychological era was introduced. In 1924, a group of professors from the Harvard Business School, USA, began an inquiry into the human aspects of work and working conditions at Hawthorne plant of the Western Electric Company, Chicago. They conducted research from 1924 to 1932, and they concluded all the organization should focus on the social factors at the workplace, group formation and the group influence, nature of leadership and the supervision, and communication. Next era, it's a behavioral science era. The behavioral science era was from 1950 to 1960. The behavioral scientist was a goal and efficiency oriented. They considered understanding of human behavior helps for achieving a goal. They had studied about the nature of work and the people in the work environment. The next is the system and the contingency approach era. System and the contingency approach has attracted the maximum attention from the thinkers in management in the present era. A system may be defined as a set of interdependent parts forming an organized